Good evening, everybody from Epcot. Today, we need your help, and I'll explain in just a little bit, but again, we are here at Epcot because number one, I want to check out Journey of Water in the nighttime. I've seen some photos of it, and it actually looks really cool. I gave it kind of a bad review to start, so hopefully maybe that's a little redemption. We have Soarin' over California that is around, but that also has like a 60+ minute wait like all the time, which is kind of long for Soarin' even into the nighttime. Over at Hollywood Studios, I saw 3 rides at 105 minutes. Toy Story Mania, Hollywood Tower of Terror, and Rock and Roller Coaster. Kind of insane. So the crowds are definitely here now at Disney World. We had like a slow month and a half, but they are definitely back in full swing. Let's get inside the park, check some stuff out, and hopefully you guys can help us in today's video. Doesn't really pertain to Disney per se, but I just have some questions. Don't forget, we have the trams that are available now. Also, we are coming in. It is about 6 p.m. right now. A lot of crowds. We parked over in, what was it, Rocket, like which is crazy. Yeah, I mean, we haven't, well, I've never parked over there. I think you said you parked over in like Gamora or something one time?
I thought we parked over there one time. Remember we just like walked the straightaway? We did once.
Maybe.
For sure.
But I thought we were a little closer. This time we were like way back there. Like the whole parking lot is slammed. And it looks like everything over here is packed, so definitely busy. It is a Halloween night too for the party, so maybe that's partially why. Either way, we need to get checked in and get inside the park. And these are the lines right now that we are dealing with coming into Epcot at 6 p.m. The park is open for 3 more hours. All of these are packed. This is crazy. Even the annual pass holder line is actually the longest, funny enough. Wow, all right, well, that Disney slump there, definitely gone. Well, there is a chance that we are not doing Journey of Water, because as we were getting into the park, I went ahead and checked the app just because I got a notification the second that we got in line, and it was telling us to join a virtual queue. So I'm gonna head over there. We weren't able to join it. I don't know if it's going to be open or if they'll open up another queue. I'm guessing probably not. But we'll head over there first just to see if that is something that is going on here. But let's go ahead and talk about our first kind of question. It's kind of the whole gist of today. So Nicole and I have been contemplating adopting an animal. So growing up, I have always had an animal. Nicole has always had, what have you had? Dogs, cats?
A dog.
Well, you've had a cat and then
Not till later
a dog. That was that it? Growing up, just one dog?
Yeah, we were a one pet family, no zoo for us.
Yeah, we always had a dog. We had a cat at one point, and then we had 2 dogs at one point. So, but just growing up, we always had an animal. What, a bug? Well, Nicole's freaking out behind me as maybe it's just part of it, right? As we're talking about animals and creatures. So we were talking about it, and I don't think we want to get a dog yet. We do in the future, but I think for right now, we were thinking about adopting a cat. However, we've been struggling to find like people online. We're kind of looking for specific cats in a sense. So we found, I guess specifically like a kitten. Like we want to kind of raise it and like, you know, that's kind of like the start of something I think we kind of want to do. And at this point, we've been looking on like Facebook, but Facebook is riddled with scammers.
It's not fair.
It's crazy. And so we found somebody here that we thought was legit. We're not totally sure. But here's the biggest thing. I've sold a lot of equipment on like Facebook, and right now I'm selling like a PC, I'm selling my old camera equipment, and like I get scams all of the time. Do you guys have a better option for this whole process? Like, are we just like stuck? And again, we want to adopt a kitten, but I think we're specifically looking for a ragdoll kitten, and you can't really find that at shelters. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, go to a shelter, you know, there's so many out there, but I think we really want specifically the ragdolls because we hear that they're kind of like low maintenance, and we're at the parks a lot, and we don't want to have to feel like
we're neglecting a brand new animal.
But also at the end of the day, like we're people that go to the parks. That's just something that we do, which is the reason we don't want to get a dog, because we don't want to feel like we're neglecting them too much. And the thing is, like, I've been, you know, with animals for super long. Like I've always had them. I'm obsessed with animals. Nicole knows I'm obsessed with animals. So
I mean, you guys see him with the ducks.
Yeah, I just love the ducks. I just love animals. So I think we're just looking to have like the perfect little kitten for our house. But I think it's hard. Like, where do you guys find them? Where do you find like serious people? So I don't know. We're just struggling with a lot of this right now. Also, like, tips, tricks on kittens, I guess, you know, like, what do you guys feel as far as like things maybe, you know, if you guys own a cat of some sort, maybe there's things that like we should know. I mean, obviously Nicole's owned a cat. Oh, and she found another thing on the wall. I guess we'll continue that in a second. She has found a snail down here on the wall over here at Epcot, which is kind of cool. Take a look at that.
It's kind of big, isn't it?
It is kind of big. I wonder if he's under there. We'll leave him be. Now we're gonna head over to Journey of Water. But again, if you guys have any thoughts on that, like how do you avoid these scams online? I mean, I know the gist of a lot of them. A lot of times as you're like talking to somebody, they'll be like, oh, you know, my cousin or my brother, you know, sister, they're gonna come pick it up, and then they ask for an email and it's a whole thing. And it is, I know that one, but like we have this one and we've been talking to someone online, but I think they're sending us like false images and like fake videos because it just doesn't make sense. And then they'll just like ghost us. Then all of a sudden like oh, you know, those were all sold out now. Like we were looking at ragdolls, they had like 7, they said. And then they're like, oh, somebody bought all 7 of them because they want to be a breeder or something. And I don't know, it also seems really like cheap and affordable for them. I think it was like $200, where I've seen like ragdolls going for like $2,000 to $3,000. So I don't know, it's exhausting. We just wanted to try and find a kitten, go look at something, and we're struggling. All right, so I just asked about the virtual queue. Also got a really, really negative like response to it. They were, yeah, it was like, no, we are full for the day. But I was like, okay, I was really nice about it. I was like, is the virtual queue gonna be opening up later, or is that it? No, that is it for the day. Like, where did that, like, the Disney charm go? I was just simply asking a question. I'm sure she got asked a lot, and I'm sure there was probably a lot of negative people that have kind of come through and been really upset about it, but like, I was just casually asking a question. I didn't need to get like so snipped at. Have you guys noticed that also, like, I've been noticing more and more Disney employees just being like really aggressive, and I know that like, it's not an easy job, and you get a lot of negative people, especially because people on the internet have talked about, oh, you know, everyone's making magical moments, so then like people go up and be like, make a magical moment for me, right? And they demand things, and it becomes so much different. But I just feel like in general, a lot of the employees recently, they just don't seem like they want to be here. Like a lot of times I notice that there are a few and they stand out where they're very cheery, very happy to see you. They talk really friendly. It's just like, oh, like this is awesome. And Nicole and I have had amazing experiences with some of the cast members, like some of the greatest moments. But I feel like as a whole, I'm just not getting like that same feeling in the parks like I used to get 5, 10, 15 years ago, where it just felt like they were so like nice and cheery and whatever. It's just like, and again, I know this is just one experience that we just had there, but it was like, it was so aggressive. I haven't ever actually had it that aggressive for like a simple question. It was simply just, are the virtual queues going to be opening up later? Are they all sold out? And we're just like, no. And just like, took me back a little bit. But again, I'm just noting that I feel like that's happened so much more. Like, what is going on? It's so weird. And it's not everybody, and it's not a majority of people. I'm just saying it's happening more often than I've ever noticed it before. Here are the current wait times, by the way. So Remy is 90, Frozen 80, Test Track 60. Soarin' did come down to 45. We saw that at 60 when we came in. I think I'm still gonna wait on that just a little bit longer. That does feel kind of long for right now. Again, it's 6:45, as you can see by the time up there. So I think we'll, I don't know, maybe wait another hour or so and see if that kind of comes down a little bit. But it definitely feels busy right now. I mean, if you just look around, I mean, there are a lot of people here. Just, you have crowds, and then you have crowds over there. Crowds. And again, maybe that was why, you know, that cast member was a little bit, you know, short with me. Just maybe it was a little too busy and it kind of just picked up, because I think this is the first Friday that I've seen it like this. I haven't seen it this busy in a very long time. Like I said, at least a month and a half, I feel like at this point. But it is definitely a lot more crowded. Also, look at this duck. I think we have to go say hello. What's up, duck? I would love to have a pet duck, but I don't know if it's legal. I feel like Florida, it has to be legal, right? I don't know. But I would love a pet duck. They seem so fun. And weirdly enough, I like when they quack. It's just like, it's such a funny noise. Looks like we have a little bit more work being done out here. It looks like this has been extended, I think. Not positive, but I know this wall here, and then we have like this like black almost painting. It looks like they spray painted it, because you could see like the wood behind it is kind of differently colored. You can see that up there in the corner. So it's kind of like that beige kind of metal look, and it looks like they basically painted everything black. So all the bars, they were probably like a metallic color, you know, like some sort of silver or whatever. We also still have yet to do the Figment meet and greet as we're coming over here by Journey into Imagination. Something I think maybe we'll do eventually. I've also heard mixed reviews on the looks of Figment. A lot of people said it just looks a little weird. I guess I don't really know. I mean, it's still just a made-up character, so I mean, how like weird can it look? It's just kind of bizarre. Plus, I don't feel like any of the figments necessarily all look the same. I feel like some of the newer generation figments look a little different from like the older generation figment. I don't know, but I also didn't see like the old meet and greet either. So maybe to me, it's not as like weird to see it. Also, it looks like we have like some podiums or something over there, like some kind of metal work over here. Still a lot of construction. I think they're still predicting this area to come out in 2024. But take a look at this like mural here for the 100th. You could see, it looks like it's kind of like a some sort of Epcot mural here. Looks like they have some of the pavilions. This is fun. It's like a Where's Waldo? Is that Rapunzel?
Yeah.
And then the Seven Dwarves?
They're all over.
Oh yeah, okay. This is definitely interesting. Yeah. Oh wow. This is cool. I feel like this is like a temporary wall though, so I'm surprised that they put this on a temporary wall. But I guess it's probably gonna be here for all of the 100th. Oh yeah, it is Pooh. That's
look, if you look, they're like where they're supposed to be. So like Mary Poppins,
I noticed that over there.
Pooh are all British. Peter Pan.
Is Pooh British?
Yeah, I think Christopher Robin's from like London.
Oh, I never knew that.
She's up in France.
You have Cruella down there. Wow.
There's Turning Red.
Oh, it is Turning Red.
Coda.
Are they from Canada?
Ariel.
I don't
Yeah, they're
remember that.
Canadian.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Oh, poor Ariel's out in the middle of nowhere. Well,
I like this.
it is cool. Oh, look, it's Remy. A little
I
pet
noticed
Remy.
that.
Can you bring your pet rat to Epcot, do you think? Is this Mulan over here?
Yeah.
And then we have, what do we have? Oh, Anna and Elsa. Olaf.
Miguel and Dante.
Miguel. Where's Encanto? Oh wait, there's more down here. Let's see. This is kind of fun. Yeah, look at this. So it looks like these are almost kind of like all like the make-believe characters here around like the Odyssey Pavilion. And then actually kind of where we're at right now by like Figment.
There's Elemental.
Let's see, we have Mr. Toad and Cars.
Joy.
Chip and Dale because of their restaurant over there.
Wrong.
Oh wow, there's a lot here. You have Buzz and Wally, Eve. Let's see, any Guardians characters here? We have Muppets. Is there Stitch? Oh, there is. So there was definitely a few characters that we didn't see here. We didn't see Luca and Alberto. We saw like Remy, but is that like the real Remy, you know, or was it just like the pet one? I don't know if I saw Alice.
She was
Did
in
you?
England, yeah, by Mary Poppins.
Okay.
And Winnie the Pooh.
So there was a few in here that I feel like we saw and then didn't see, but that's kind of cool. All right, well, we'll stop asking about cats and kittens. Again, please leave your comments below. If you own any sort of fur baby at this point, just let us know some thoughts on how you feel. Again, we're in an apartment, so maybe keep that in mind too. Like, are there things that you thought about? Yeah, third floor as well. So like, are there things that you're like, hey, you know, think about this beforehand, or just anything that you might think of? Again, we've owned pets our entire lives, so we're no stranger to owning an animal. But I think just like now that we're in an apartment, third floor, you know, anything that we should kind of keep in mind, or anything in like today's day and age, like should we be kind of aware of? Again, the scam stuff. But that's another thing, is like, what's up with all the scams? Have you guys noticed that it's just like scam city on Facebook anymore, and like the internet in general? I feel like there's just so many people trying to like steal your money, steal your credit card information. It's just like, holy cow, it's kind of crazy to me. So a little bit of a bummer just that we're like having this many problems with it. So I don't know, we'll stop talking about it. But again, let us know down below some thoughts and things like that on it. But we do have some new food booth locations here opened up at Epcot. So you have the Bubbles and Brine over here, which I'm gonna guess is some sort of like wine or something. And then Nicole said it was lobster?
No, crab, shrimp,
Oh, crab.
and I think
Okay.
champagne.
Ah, okay. And then right across the way over there, we have the Swirled Showcase. So that's something that I think a lot of people were definitely interested in. This seems kind of interesting. Wasn't there like a steak booth or something opening, I thought, too? Like the Char? Something Char or Char something? I think we need to look at the book.
We should get the app with the passport.
Oh yeah, there's an app we saw online. Thanks to like TikTok or Instagram or something. I saw something, or Nicole actually shared it with me. All right, so over here, let's see. So the frozen apple pie, that was over in Canada, right?
Yeah, a little weird consistency-wise when we had it.
Yeah, but it was actually pretty good. I also feel like we paid like $5 last year. Now it's $6.25. Let's see, cinnamon apple cider, Three Daughters toasted coconut porter. So these are some beers. it looks like, of some sort. Oh, they have a beer float. Let's see, soft serve in a waffle cone, $6. So you could do salted caramel, vanilla, or apple cinnamon. A cream soda float, a Fanta grape float, and a Mickey-shaped liquid nitro cake. That seems kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe we try that?
Try, yeah?
Like, I feel like this is kind of basic.
Yeah.
This seems kind of interesting. Maybe a float. I guess I don't know how much you get.
I would do orange, but I don't know if I'm a cream or a grape girly.
I feel like the cream soda might be okay. Grape seems kind of interesting. And maybe like a cinnamon apple cider might be good, but I feel like we tried that last year too. I don't know. So maybe we'll try this liquid nitro cake. Also, the food booths now, the new ones at least, have these like 100th banners kind of hung up on them, which is kind of nice. I don't know if you could tell from back here, but if you look, like, there's no banners there. That's Australia right there. Like I said, I think the new ones have the banners and the old ones do not, but we do have like 100th banners all over here too, like on the light post right here. I guess we'll have to see if there's more 100th stuff going around. Nicole just downloaded the app that we were telling you about.
I did.
It's supposed to show you everything that like is around and then what it costs.
So you can like use the map and you can like pinpoint where stuff is. Bubbles and brine. And then it tells you everything in the price. And then it said some even have like, oh look, that one has like a little cheese because it's like from the
thing.
Remy's. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's kind of cool. Yeah. I guess we'll have to see. I need to see. Oh yeah, the Char and Chop. That's what I was telling you about.
Oh.
So I think it's some sort of like meat stuff. Or I don't know if this has been around the whole time, but I thought that was a new one as well. So we'll have to look at that. We are almost up, but this is a busy one. Also, I mean, busy day. So we don't totally know what we're eating here, but it looks cool. But look at, what do you say?
I think they are cake pops.
You think it's a cake pop?
Yeah, but I guess they don't totally get the nitrogen part of that.
Well, they go on nitrogen over there. So it looks like they dip them. We'll get a closer view here in a second. All right, so they're dunking it right there in the chocolate. And I think it goes in that. And freeze it in nitrogen.
Vanilla soft serve.
That's kind of fascinating. Oh, it's like bubbling in there. What the heck? You see like bubbling? It's like liquid. It's crazy. All right, well, I guess we're gonna see how it tastes. Looks fun. Put it on display. So we just got it, and they actually told us they were saying wait till it stops smoking. It's fresh before we eat it. I'm sure it's just like super cold and frosted, but I guess we'll give it a minute here. But again, just to show you the crowds.
Wow.
Very, very busy. I guess I'll also point out that the weather is getting a little bit nicer as far as like a little bit cooler, especially in the evenings. But take a look at the crowds right now. Just all around. Very, very busy. All the way out there. I mean, this is like close to shoulder to shoulder. For Epcot, this is like crazy to me. I feel like I have not seen it this busy in a very long time. Anyway, all right, Nicole, go ahead and try it out, I guess. I think it stopped the smoking. See, is it cake or is it ice cream? I mean, you think it's cake. I guess this probably is, right? It's called a cake pop. Looks fudgy. Can we see the inside of it? It looks good. How's it taste?
I feel like I'm very messy.
No, a little bit on your lips, but it's kind of like this like white chocolate. Is it?
It's just like I'm dipped in a hard chocolate shell.
Okay.
So I think it's like instantly frozen on.
Huh. Well, it looks good nonetheless. And I mean, I think this was the cheapest thing there, right? Like $4.25. Everything else was like $5 or $6 a plus.
If you think of like a Starbucks cake pop, they're like $3, almost $4 for that little cake pop.
Yeah.
I think you get a lot here.
I guess it's true. When you think about like those small ones, they're probably like, you know, like a $50. This is at least like kind of a full size for $4.25. So this is like 100 out of 10. This is so good. This is probably my favorite dessert at Food and Wine. This might be my favorite item at Food and Wine. This is so dang good. This is over at that Swirls place, $4.25, good size, super just like yummy. Oh my gosh. This is so good. This is like my favorite thing from Disney, I feel like, as far as desserts go. Come get this at Epcot Food and Wine, at this Swirled Showcase or whatever. You will not regret it. We are heading over to the like Char and Chop. Is that what it's called? Char and Grill or
I don't
Char
know,
Grill?
but have you seen there's supposed to be a new show on the ball?
Is there a new show on the ball?
That's what I saw online.
Now, the Char and Chop, I believe again, is what it's called. I feel like with the name Char and Chop, wouldn't you think we would get steaks?
I I was thinking pork chops. Look, I hear chop and chop. But
yeah.
I'm thinking like grilled meat.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like it's so we're going over there. I think there's like a trio thing we want to go try. It's expensive over there, kind of though. I think things were pretty pricey. The crab was what, $12 for the crab?
Yeah, and
then
14 for the shrimp.
Yeah, which is pretty expensive. But at the end of the day, wine and wedge. This has to be probably wines and salads, right?
Cheese, wine and cheese.
Oh. Let's go take a look. Now again, some of the booths opened, I think September 22nd, so they've only been around for maybe a week or two right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, you have assorted cheeses. You've got what else? Fig and balsamic souffle. Is that what this is? Yeah. And then a pimento cheese with bread and butter, pickled vegetables, and grilled bread. That might actually not be too bad. Is that what this is? Oh yeah, the southern pimento. And then you can get this whole thing for $18. It's kind of a lot, I think, right?
But it comes with the wine.
Yeah, so you got a little wine and cheese platter there for $18. So maybe that's not too bad of a price. So that looks kind of interesting. I think I would try that. I don't know about the souffle. It looks interesting there, but I don't know. I don't think I would do the cheese one. I was gonna say, any of those cheeses that have like the stuff on them, I know you can eat it, but it just seems weird. So another thing I do want to ask is we are heading back to Chicago for the holidays. Our families live back up in Illinois, so we will be up in the area. So if you guys are interested in seeing anything around Chicago, let me know down below. Just, hey, I want to see this, I want to see that. I know a lot of people are interested in like the Kris Kringle Market or whatever. That's something I think that's like downtown. There's a lot downtown Chicago, but if you guys are interested in anything like that, let us know. It's very cold there, so there's not as many things that we would like to do available just because of the weather, so keep that in mind. But if there are certain things about Chicago that'll be coming around like the Christmas time, we'll head over there, so the video will probably be out sometime around like New Year's, but it gives you a few months to kind of think about it if you guys are interested in seeing anything up in Chicago. But with all of that said, here we are at the Char and Chop, so we're gonna go ahead and try out this like trio. It seemed interesting. It's one of the things I think both of us agreed we would actually kind of get from here, so we'll try this out. It's also, I think, the cheapest thing you can kind of see. Oh, never mind. It's actually not too bad here. So the Impossible Sausage is $6. It's actually the most expensive item. It's $6.75. I guess I was not looking at the right place. And then that roasted porchetta is $6.25. That also didn't sound too bad. I don't think Nicole was loving the idea of it. So we're gonna try this assortment of meats. Nicole was just kind of pointing out that you get typically like these like menus with the images. These new ones don't have any of the images on them, it doesn't look like. They're like kind of small menus, which is kind of interesting. So if you want to see what they look like, all the older menus have them, but the ones that just opened up for kind of like the 100th year with like the banners, they don't. It's just kind of the basic menu. So they just finished the announcement for Epcot Forever there. And I guess I should point out, we are actually pretty close to the new show out on the lagoon. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think they do have some barges out there, like right there. It's not quite like the old ones, but I think they're installing something out there. I think those are them. Or maybe they're kind of around the corner there, but they are prepping the new show. I know that they delayed it, so we should be getting a new show, I think, before the end of the year. I think they wanted to release this for Disney 100, and we are kind of like in it now at this point. So keep an eye out for that. We'll obviously show you guys a video when that does come about. I'm interested to hear the score. I hope that it's as good as, what was the other show that we just got? Harmonious. Yeah, we really liked the score.
Ever.
I don't know if it was the best show ever, but it was a good show. The score was really good.
Yes.
The new score, or I guess technically the old score, is okay. I really liked the old one. I get that the barge situation was kind of like taking away from what Epcot is, but hopefully they bring that up here, I don't know, maybe by like November. So here is our trio. And something also to note is Monday is Columbus Day, which Nicole pointed out, so that could be why we're getting so many crowds right now. But either way, time to try out this trio. It looks like it's pretty much just bread and meats, and then what's that in the middle? It almost looks like
Mustard?
like seeds. Is that
like
what it is?
Mustard green.
Okay, well, we'll try it out. What does it smell like?
It reminds me of prosciutto a little bit. But that's probably the prosciutto. I don't know what any of these are. Probably like common meats and like a meat trio, but it doesn't smell very good.
Maybe the taste is better. I feel like all like meat trays tend to have like really salty meats.
They're very salty.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what it is about that. I feel like they like soak them or something.
It's because they're preserved.
Oh, yeah. You don't like that one?
I don't like that one.
All right, maybe try, what's this one? Clear the palate with some bread. This looks like just like straight up salami. Yeah. What's that one? I don't even know what was on them. I think we looked at it and we were like, no?
Is it a trio of meats?
No. Maybe that one's better. Also, we have like this like orange hue. You don't like to smell that one either?
No. I think this one's the prosciutto.
Oh. I've heard like people like love prosciutto.
They do.
And I don't know. I've had it before. I thought it was okay. Also
one's
really
a lot
salty.
better.
Is it? Well, you probably like the salami at least.
I'm very picky with my lunch meats.
Yeah. Well, it's not lunch meat. This is a trio of meats.
It's a trio of lunch meats.
All right, so I just tried it. The salami is probably the best. And then I actually like this red meat. I think it's pretty good. It kind of just like, I don't know what the flavor would be. I would almost say it's just like
salty.
It's salty. It's just like meat flavored. I don't love prosciutto. It's just too fatty for me. It's very salty and fatty. It's okay. I'm sure it's probably a decent quality. This is pretty good. Always a little salty, so we'll eat this up. I don't mind it. I would do without that. I would eat the other two meats, no problem. But the prosciutto, I'm kind of, I just think it's almost like a little like, not tough, but it's just chewy, you know?
It is very chewy.
Very chewy meat. It doesn't seem that thick, but I think it chews. I was gonna say it chews like a thick meat though. I don't know. We are heading over to Soarin'. We do see that I posted 45 still. We're hoping that maybe it's not that long, but it is so crowded. If it is still pretty long, we may have to kind of come back another day. We might go check out Creations or something, see what's going on. I think we need to get our magnet.
Yes.
We do. And there is the 100th photo right here, but take a look at the line right now. It goes all the way back there. I do need to point out the weather and I guess more so the sunshine. It is 7:50 right now and it is dark. The fireworks again for Magic Kingdom have reverted back to what, 8 p.m.?
I think so.
Yeah, 8 p.m. I can't even see you. You're so dark. This is crazy. But it's 7:50 right now. So 8 p.m. are the fireworks. They were at like 9:20 at one point, like a month and a half ago, I feel like. And then they went back to like 9, I think, and now they're back down to 8. Look at the lines coming out right now. What in the world? It is still so busy. I know it doesn't seem like that crazy, but like normally by 8 p.m., this place is like almost a ghost town. This is not a ghost town. This is so busy for what it normally is. And I know like the tables down here don't really have people, but promise me when I tell you this. This is big. Look at the escalator. There's a line to go up the escalator right now. There is a freaking line. That's crazy. People are just funneling out of Soarin'. So also something I need to point out for the busyness is I never see that many strollers here, and there are a ton of strollers over there. And when we were coming in, a lot of kids today. So it could be also, Nicole is pointing out that schools right now have like fall time break. Off. Yeah, like a fall
Not
break.
All schools, but some do.
Yeah, so I think there's a chance that we are in the middle of like a fall break as well, which is kind of leading people to come down here. Either way, I can see Moana in here. We do still want to check it out at night. I think it will be a actually really cool attraction at night. I can see just the looks of it. It looks way better. And I don't feel like I gave it necessarily a fair judgment call, I guess, because we've only done it once. It was in the middle of the day, it was raining, and you know, there was a whole thing with it, so we will try it again, but it looks beautiful right now. And I'm gonna tell you that right now, just from the outside, it looks very good. So we need to come back, do it at night. Unfortunately, it's a virtual queue. We didn't get into the virtual queue because we didn't know that. I didn't realize it is soft opened at this point, and you have to do a virtual queue. That's gonna be a real bummer if it is a virtual queue, just like moving forward, but I guess it's just kind of busy. I mean, look at the line here. It just kind of wrapped around. Take a look at that. It looks good. You can't deny that. Disney does make it look beautiful. And I do hope to be able to experience this at night. I just don't know if a Friday right now is the time to do it. We'll have to come during the week. Either way though, we are getting out of here as I mentioned. So again, in the comments below, please let us know. Any thoughts on kittens, fur babies in general, and dealing with them in apartments are the things that maybe we need to know about. Also, going to Chicago in December during the holidays, so keep that in mind. So if you guys want to see certain holiday things back in Chicago, let us know that as well. Anything like that, leave it in the comments below. If you haven't yet, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for joining us in kind of just a chill day here at Epcot, and hopefully you guys can answer some questions for us here, and hopefully we'll have a video of picking out a kitten for adoption here soon, if that ends up working out for us. Obviously, the cards do have to align a little bit. Bonus bit at the end of the video, we're about to take our first Epcot tram. I've never taken the Epcot tram, even when I came here when I was younger. Never took an Epcot tram. So we're gonna take our first Epcot tram over to Rocket. This is super cool. I thought they actually only went up the front aisle, but they actually come over here too. So, anyway, we'll see you guys later.